In this 2020 player breakdown, we're going to be talking about Kerryon Johnson, running back, Detroit Lions. If you've been enjoying everything that the RotoHeat.com team is doing here on YouTube, like, subscribe, ding that notification icon, show us some love. You know what? You could even go over to RotoHeat.com/Patreon. Show a little love that way. We don't mind if you make it rain.
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
You want to know about Kerryon Johnson, the potentially lead running back in Detroit, or is he? DeAndre Swift comes to town. He's only played 18 games in 2 seasons, 14 games missed. I mean, things are kind of in a weird spot for Kerryon. A very talented running back when he has the ball in his hands. We saw that in his rookie season. 5.4 yards a carry over 10 games, 600 plus yards, 3 touchdowns. He got into the receiving game, caught 32 of 39 pass attempts. 2019 didn't look so good. 2019 he only played 8 games. He only averaged 3.6 yards per carry. And when you talk to the team, a lot of guys are out on him. They spend an early draft pick, a second round pick on DeAndre Swift. Obviously, we know what Swift brings to the table. He's electric, much more healthy, at least from what we've seen thus far in his college career. So things aren't looking great for our boy Kerryon. There's a couple of us that still have hope. Not only because this pandemic that we're in makes you think that the rookies will have a little bit more of a catching up to do, but just because Kerryon's familiar with the system. He's been there for a couple of years now. He knows what's expected of him on and off the field, and he is successful when he's on the field. He's just got to stay on the field. This is one of those, you hate to see it because, the high character guy works hard, does what he needs to do. When he gets his opportunity, he plays well. Unfortunately, Detroit is too much trying to mirror what New England's doing, and that could eventually start to hurt the running backs, because if they become a New England type offense where they're deploying 2, 3, 4 running backs, that really goes haywire to fantasy value. For 2020 though, specifically, I would expect probably somewhere between 8 to 11 games out of him at most. I would probably guess somewhere between 650 and 850 when it comes to yards rushing. He might break his career high. So far, he's gotten 3 touchdowns each of his first 2 years rushing. If he gets 5 touchdowns this year, I could see that 5 to 7 if he's healthy for 10 to 11 games and he's getting action. But we got to remember, DeAndre Swift's going to get his. He's going to get in there, and he's going to be able to have opportunities as well. And that means that on a week-to-week basis, Kerryon's capped, maybe at an RB2 at best. And that's at best. So, ultimately, that being said, for 2020, you're not drafting him early. He's not one of the first, 24 running backs taken, probably. He's probably, I would guess in the RB3 draft-wise when you're doing your rookie draft, or when you're doing your redrafts. I'm guessing RB3 is probably about as good as it's going to get for him, which, if he excels that and there's weeks where you're getting some nice startable production, then you've won. Then you've gotten some good value there, and that's going to help depth on your team. But I would definitely look elsewhere if you're looking for a starting running back. A sure thing for 2020. This is more of a depth piece at this point, hoping that you can get some good, solid production on the bye week. So don't forget, check out RotoHeat.com for our up-to-date redraft ADP, our redraft rankings, all of our player breakdowns and outlooks, and all the amazing things that you love about RotoHeat.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.